Alright everybody, welcome back. Tonight I want to do something a little different. Patriot in the Dark asked that we do a video on true American heroes. And he gave specific instructions as to what a real hero was. You know, it's not a sports star, it's not a movie star, it's somebody who did a selfless act, put themselves in danger in order to protect somebody else. In most cases, a complete stranger. So, a story that's been told many times before, but probably not enough, is the story of Jack Lucas. On December 7th, 1941, the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor. Pretty sure everyone in America knows about this and knows what happened afterwards. But not many people know about Mr. Jack Lucas. So, when the Japanese bombed Pearl Harbor, Jack Lucas took it very personally and got very angry about it. At the time, he was a 13-year-old kid in military school. I'm pretty sure he was in D.C., but I didn't write it down, so I'd have to refer back to be positive. But on with the story. So, that was, he got so mad, he left his military school and walked to Virginia. When he got there, he bribed a notary public to swear he was 17, and then he hitched a ride to the nearest Marine recruiter. He forged his mom's signature and enlisted, and he shipped out to Parris Island for boot camp. Keep in mind, he's 13 years old. He became a Marine at 14. He was given a manual labor job on Parris Island. He somehow managed to get aboard a ship and headed for Pearl Harbor. He found the first officer he came to when he got there and claimed there was a clerical error, and he was supposed to be in a combat arms role on the front line. Well, they responded as you would expect, and they made him a truck driver. He was repeatedly denied requests to transfer to infantry. For 2 years, he got into constant trouble. He got caught in the barracks with a case of beer, and then actually punched the MP in the face that tried to take his beer. Sounds like a Marine. Well, he decided at some point he didn't want the war to end without him, and so he left and snuck aboard a transport ship headed to the front lines. On February 20th, 1945, Jack was one of the only soldiers to storm Iwo Jima without an infantry. I've got a note here. He was 1st Battalion, 26th Marines, 5th Marine Division. So he stormed these beaches without a rifle, and then he almost immediately came to a dead soldier, picked up his rifle, and made it to the tree lines. He joined a 4-man fire team. The group made their way to a ravine where they got into a firefight with a Japanese machine gun nest. They soon realized the Japanese pillbox had a tunnel, and the enemy popped up behind them. Jack's first shot he fired went through the helmet of the enemy and killed him instantly. The second round jammed in the gun that was retrieved from that bloody beach. I guess Jack looked down and saw a hand grenade land at his feet, and then jumped on top of it. While he was on the ground with that grenade stuffed underneath his chest, he looked over, saw another one, grabbed it and stuffed it under him, and yelled to the rest of the fire team to take cover. His team was so inspired by his selfless act that they pushed the Japanese back and captured that sector. The team went to recover Jack's dog tags and found him not only alive but conscious. It took 21 surgeries to remove 250 pieces of grenade fragments from all of his organs. 7 months later, Jack received the Medal of Honor from Harry Truman and accepted it personally. After the war was over, Jack returned to 9th grade as he had promised his mother, with his Medal of Honor around his neck. Jack married 3 times and survived his second wife's attempt to hire a hitman. This man is just absolutely unstoppable. At age 40, he decided to conquer his fear of flying by joining the 82nd Airborne as a paratrooper. On his first training jump, both chutes failed. Jack was the last out of the plane and the first to land. From 3,500 feet, he fell and did a last-second commando roll and not only lived but walked away. 4 years later, he finished his tour as captain in the 82nd Airborne. Jack then sold meat outside of DC and wrote his autobiography, Indestructible, which I looked up and it's currently available on Amazon. Jack met every president from Truman to Clinton. His Medal of Honor was laid out on the hull of the USS Iwo Jima, and he died in 2008, age 80, of cancer. I heard about this story years ago, and it just seemed too good to be true. You know, it was just nobody could get through all of that. So I looked it up, and I find several different sources that corroborate the story. I could find nothing that debunks this. So I believe this is actually the real deal. And if so, it's an awesome story of a true hero. Anyway, I hope you go look up Jack Lucas, and I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope it inspires you. Thanks for watching.